card at...
Tonight on X-Play, we wander the abandoned wasteland that is Purge. Where is everybody? Also, the game that makes me glad I'm paid by the word, Yu-Gi-Oh! Worldwide Edition, Stairway to the Destined Duel. And employees from the local Hot Topic store save the world in Chaos Legion. Stick around, it's game time. And now, two of the best dribblers that don't even play basketball, Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
That's just too easy.
Just because you caught you dribbling in your cube a little earlier.
Okay, I do have a drool. I have a lot of cups laid out in my cube area so I can collect it. You don't need to know that, do you?
No. But it is timely, the dribbling thing. You know why?
Why?
Because we are kicking things off today with a basketball game.
Yes, that's right. It's going to be NBA Street Volume 2. But before we jump right into the game, we thought we'd take a trip back in time. Back
to a simpler time, yes. When this title was the most state-of-the-art, realistic basketball game around. This is one with Dr. J and Larry Bird for the Commodore 64. Doesn't that look just like them?
Yeah, it looks just like them. Okay, actually, this is one of the most, the biggest parts about the game is they had the instant replay. We did something cool. It was like the game, but much, much slower. Yeah. That's good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see?
Oh, look.
See right there?
Yeah. Right.
So, this was the game, and there. That's my favorite part. You hear the backboard breaking, and then the cleaner guy comes out. It was just, this was the height of realism.
That was very realistic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now, some people may wonder, how can you get all that old school flavor again?
And the short shorts?
Yes, I mean, that's an important part. Remember those that came right to there? Well, anyway, you can stop wondering.
Yeah.
Check out the impeccable NBA Street Volume 2.
Dropping lyrical bombs after undressing your enemy's best defender with a What the Cuss crossover en route to a honey-dipped dunk means more than a scoreboard tally. It's fuel for the smack fire. Keep a thesaurus handy, or for the illiterates, take cues from announcer extraordinaire Bobbito Garcia, who will do something that is way too rare in games. He'll make you laugh. NBA Street Volume 2 is a whole new ballgame. The fantasy courts from the original NBA Street have been replaced by real hoop havens like the Cage and Rucker Park. Volume 2 is a relentless blend of 1972 and 2003. How do those tight shorts feel, Magic? Not too good, I guess. But is anyone safe? Apparently not. Even MJ circa 1996 can get posterized. In a continued blurring of lines between hip-hop and hoops culture, NBA Street Volume 2 is a precise balance of old school and new school. The list of NBA legends in the game reads like the back of a juicy porn DVD. The Glide, the Houdini of the hardwood, the Stilt, and Tiny used to rule hoops back in the day. No matter how much you like playing as Wilt the Stilt, the element that makes Volume 2 so worth 50 American dollar bills is the way it plays. You can pull new moves like passing off the backboard, or you can trick move your way into the inflated second level of game breaker status if you really work your magic moves. NBA Street Volume 2 also makes swatting shots as fun as taking them. And for the hustlers out there, you can dive to the court and take one for the squad. NBA Street Volume 2 is the kind of must-own or you're a dork game that defines your collection. The same way that having the Rushmore DVD on your shelf gets you chicks. It's pick up and play, and it raises the cultural precedent bar to backboard level. This 5-on-5 gets a perfect 5 out of 5.
That's right, stick a fork in the meatball, or stick the meatball sandwich in the garbage. We out of here. It's done.
That's a good game.
Meatballs. One of the best ways to describe NBA Street Volume 2 is that it's like Tony Hawk Pro Skater, but with a basketball. You're linking combos together, and you look so good doing it.
Larry Bird notwithstanding. Too easy. Now, to highlight what we were talking about earlier with the Dr. J, Larry Bird 101, you can recreate those glory days in this basketball game. And we're going to see it right here. We're going to see Mr. Bird himself and Dr. J, Julius Erving, from the chapstick commercials, if you're not as, sports literate. There we go.
They look great.
So there's Bird, and he looks a little bit more like him than in the game. See, he's got the control of the
around
ball,
the back,
moving around, and boom!
Nice.
Yeah, there we get the three-point shot. He's a very talented man. He's very talented in the game.
And, of course, we have the replay.
Right, and then it's much better than the replays you saw in the 60 Commodore. Well, it should be better than that. Like you see Jordan around the butt there. That's good. Okay, now let's see what Dr. J can do.
All right,
he's equally, a very talented man, and we had the rivalry back in the day. There he is. You can tell by the afro, and boom! That was a no-brainer. Because see, the thing is, you have the bad defense coming from Larry Bird there. You shouldn't let that happen. Okay. So it's tied up. What's going to happen? There's just questions.
Okay.
I feel the tension. You might feel the tension.
I'm tense.
Yeah, it's thick. Okay,
right.
Here we go. There's Bird, and
around the back.
That really wasn't so big. Most people think Dr. J was really just a dunk man, and Larry Bird is just an all-around. Looks notwithstanding, people shouldn't make fun of him about that, especially me. Yeah, he deserved to win this match.
I didn't make fun of him.
No. Now, some of you out there might feel a little alienated. You fall into the youth bracket, young people, and you can't remember anything before Michael Jordan. Well, there's more than enough contemporary superstars in NBA Street to satisfy you, Kobe, all that.
Speaking of the youth bracket, I was talking to your mom.
You should never
last
talk to
week.
my mom. That's
no, she's very nice. And I actually was telling her how much you love the short shorts in the old games.
No, they just brought back memories.
Yeah, it comes from your childhood, she says, and she showed me this.
What is she? Oh my God! That's come on. That's not even. Why did that's me? And my mom shouldn't be giving you stuff like that. I can't believe she did that.
Your mom's a very nice lady, and she said that she was trying to help out and stuff.
Well, she's a nice lady, but she's also gonna be a nice lady getting a call from me. Soon. During the break. Go to break now. Wow, I feel emasculated.
Still ahead, it's time to civilize this backwater galaxy. Empire building in space.
Coming up next, call for help, only on Tech TV.
From the creators of the Matrix trilogy, The Animatrix, a collection of 9 animated stories that takes the world of the Matrix to its unimaginable limits.
Hang on!
The Animatrix. Buy it on DVD and pay-per-view.
Refinancing your mortgage is fast and easy with Ditech.com.
Ditech's loan process was great. They helped us accomplish several things. We combined the first and the second. We got cash out, and we went to a 15-year loan. It was a wonderful experience.
If you're thinking about refinancing your mortgage, call or log on to Ditech.com for today's low fixed rate. Our loan process is fast and easy. Ditech.com. Call 1-800-71-FIXED.
Did you know if you get AOL, you can get this alert that tells you have a phone call when you're online? No. Neither does Dad.
If you want to get your calls, you want to get AOL. Because AOL Call Alert tells you when you have a phone call when you're online. So you'll never miss another important call again. Sign up for AOL and get your first 45 days free. With AOL Call Alert included for up to 12 months.
Now on DVD and video from the creators of the Matrix trilogy. The Animatrix. Fly, baby, fly. Discover how deep the rabbit hole really goes. The Animatrix. Own the DVD and CD album.
This weekend, Venture into the world of tech TV for help and information.
Here's all you need to know.
Tips and tricks from the pros.
Those are useful tools when you're diagnosing your machine.
So that's a good tool for finding hot spots.
News and entertainment.
Bullet time was made popular by the movie The Matrix. It has become the money shot.
And groundbreaking gear.
Check out some cool new products that may finally give you a sweet tooth for Bluetooth.
Tech TV's help and information shows. Saturday afternoon starting at 1 and Sunday morning starting at 10, 9 Central. Only on Tech TV.
And now, back to the pride of arcade lovers everywhere, X-Play.
You know, I can't remember the last time I went to an arcade.
No.
Actually, most arcades are kind of like glorified pizza parlors with the smell of beer and fat people with beards.
Those arcade machines are really kind of gross, like the little kids and the sticky hands, like using them.
Put quarters up at the top.
Hand sanitizer. But you know, actually last weekend I did go to a bar that had a PS2 in it.
Okay, that's an arcade for drunk people.
Yeah, it was actually pretty fun. Now our next game is about a group of cheerleaders in Omaha. It's called Purge.
Oh my God, no, Purge is like a shooting game, right? That's gross.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. It is a shooting game, except the problem is there's nothing to shoot. Boy, it sure is quiet around here. Boring, too. This is what it feels like to play Purge. Purge is a shooter that's designed to be played online, as in with other people. So why can't I find anyone to play with? Oh, so that's why. There's no one playing. Oh, wait. Here's a server with a whopping 2 people on it. Peachy. I've got a question for you, folks. What good is an online game if there's no one online to play it with? While you ponder that one, let me tell you a little bit more about Purge. It's a team-based shooter that pits futuristic soldiers against their fantasy-based equivalents. Basically, you have to protect your home base while trying to destroy the other team's home base. The main hook in Purge is the addition of a few RPG-style elements. Character classes have skills and stats that change and grow as you play the game. The problem is, the stats have a transparent effect on the gameplay. You can't really tell if your high dexterity or strength or whatever has a beneficial effect. Not that it matters because there's no one playing the game. The skills, on the other hand, are very useful. For example, some characters can create helpful items like health packs. But the classes aren't balanced. The assassin's invisibility makes everyone else a sitting duck. The fighter appears pretty much useless, but he does have a sword that shoots little curvy bits of light. Team tactics are pointless anyway because there's no one playing the game. In your solitude, however, there are ways of passing the time. You can always snuggle up to a wall and see if you can shoot yourself. Or you can just stare wistfully into the clouds. Now isn't that nice? Purge feels like a player-created mod based on a shooter that wasn't very good to begin with. Even if there was something halfway decent about this game, we simply cannot recommend it because there's nobody playing. X-Play gives Purge a 1 out of 5. Hello? Anybody there?
Yeah, you're right. You know, say if the game was about cheerleaders or even a powder puff football game played in the Chicago suburbs, I think there'd be a few more people playing it. Maybe because you'd know what to do.
Yes, I still can't figure out why they called it Purge. Nothing in the game suggests Purge.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least it doesn't like have a colon in the title. It could be like Purge, the unnecessary.
Purge, the unpopulated and unhip.
Speaking of hips, or lack of it, we've received word that there are still many folk out there that are into those turn-based strategy games.
Well, it's because there are some very good ones out there. Civilization 3 comes to mind. Now, for the uninitiated, they play not unlike a game of chess. You make a series of moves, then your opponent makes their moves. It's all strategically.
It's all so exciting in a slow way.
Shut up, you Ritalin poster child. Here's Galactic Civilizations.
But the security came at a cost, for the rest of the galaxy remained unexplored and uncolonized.
Galactic Civilizations is a turn-based strategy game that allows you to explore, exploit, and exterminate pesky alien races who have the nerve to coexist with us humans. And don't let these snazzy graphics fool you. The game really plays out on screens that look like this, and this, and this. In fact, a better name for Galactic Civilizations might have been Clicky Click. Click, click, clicky click. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. For the uninitiated, Galactic Civ lets you assume control of humanity in a struggle with these alien types. Apparently, the galaxy isn't big enough for the bunch of us. What follows is micromanagement at its most extreme. Everything from political affiliations to trade routes will need to be tweaked if we humans are to realize our manifest destiny. Total domination of the universe! But good old warlike imperialism isn't the only way to rule. You can also subjugate the galaxy by influencing other races culturally.
Speaking of childhood flashbacks,
since that might not cut it, with a nod towards Buddhism, you can win by researching enough technology that humanity transcends to the next level of existence. Okay, so, the early part of the game is spent colonizing star systems. Clicky-click. Manufacturing starships. Clicky-click. And continually researching the various technologies. Clicky-click. And if you choose, blast them alien freaks back into their respective stone ages. So, if you're the kind of Twitch nut who loves jerking around deep space blasting away at Cylons, well, you're gonna want to pass on Galactic Civ, trust me. But if your mouse finger affords you the kind of endurance that you'll be needing to dominate the known universe, this game offers an endless amount of replay value. Not for everyone, certainly, but for the budding bureaucrats out there, Clicky Click is a great strategy game nonetheless. We give Galactic Civilizations a 4 out of 5. Now, if you want to be really hip, the dudes in the know call the game Gal Civ.
Are you sure that the people who call it Gal Civ are like hip, you know, with it?
That coming from this guy?
Oh, stop that! Stop that! Fine, call it Gal Civ. God, go to breaks. Stop! I don't...
Nothing is sexier than a fantasy card game. Okay, everything is sexier than a fantasy card game. Stairway to the Destined Duel. Next on X-Play.
Cheats is brought to you by Enter the Matrix, available on your favorite video game platform.
There is only one way to enter the Matrix.
If we fail, Neo fails, and that cannot happen at any cost.
On May 15th, The Matrix goes interactive. Battle alongside the original motion picture cast on a mission that comes down to one question. In the war to save Zion, what part will you play? Enter the Matrix. The future is now in play. Rated T for teen.
OLM.net presents more true tales from the World Wide Web.
At OLM, our web hosting customers say it best.
Well, I just have an old 56K modem, but it doesn't slow me down any. With OLM, I get all the speed I need. I've been with OLM for over 2 years, and I have never had a question that they could not answer. So,
visit OLM today or call 1-877-2OLM-NET. Over 200,000 websites. OLM.net.
eServer for music.
eServer for news.
eServer for science.
eServer for stews.
eServer has blades and it's stackable too.
You need more, you get more. It's all up to you.
eServer can work with your software at hand.
eServer will give what you want on demand.
From heifers to hogs.
There's no task too tough. They're smart, fast, and scalable. All that good stuff.
They're flexible, bendable, super reliable.
Utterly viable.
Give them a triable.
IBM eServer X Series features the Intel Xeon processor.
I love a good thing. Who says too much of a good thing is a bad thing? Sometimes too much of a good thing can be a great thing.
Now you can call anyone in America for 3 cents a minute and 39 cents to connect. And that 3 cents gets you Canada and Western Europe, too. Just dial 1010-987.
There's no monthly fees, so you only pay for the calls you make. Hey, you know a good thing when you see it. 1010-987. A rate this low never went so far.
Let's see, I bought yellow pencils, yellow Post-it notes, yellow boxers. Yellow boxers.
$14.
Land courier, air courier, pedicure, reader.
$137.
2 printers, 2 scanners, 2 tutus.
$540. Keeping business expenses separate from personal expenses? Priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Apply online for the MasterCard business card.
And now, once again, Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Thank you very much there, Disembodied Voice. I think he's getting better with time. Like, why?
I think that's your imagination.
Gotta go.
All right, speaking of imagination, it's going to take some to see the excitement in this next game. It's got cards.
Ooh, my thighs are trembling. Oh, no, I shouldn't have said that. This is a Yu-Gi-Oh game. Now, many of you probably have not heard of Yu-Gi-Oh! So we're going to give you a little primer right here. Now see, it's a card game. You take these cards here, and they have monsters on them. Now, what you do is you're with a buddy, and you take your monster card, put it down. And your friend takes his beastie card, he puts it down as well. Now, down here on the bottom of the cards, there are these itsy-bitsy, teeny-tiny numbers. Now, one of you is going to have more numbers than the other guy. He wins, end of battle.
You know, and you do the very same thing in the video game.
Yeah, get this. It's a video game in 2003 where you have to use your imagination, and the kids love it.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Worldwide Edition Stairway to the Destined Duel is a far longer title than any Game Boy game deserves. It's also the newest installment of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Craze that has gripped America's youth. It's not really a full sequel so much as an update of the previous GBA game, Eternal Duelist Soul. In fact, you're looking at Eternal Duelist Soul right now. Thought it was the new one, didn't you, suckers? Here's Stairway to the Destined Duel. Pretty much the same, just a bit faster. Well, alright, there are more cards now, over 1,000 total in fact. There's also a new Battle City mode, where you wander around town and challenge characters from the anime series to duels. This is not just a fancy menu screen. There are side quest tournaments, special characters who only show up when you've accomplished certain goals or gained special cards, and plenty of other hidden goodies to find. Although, for some reason, when you talk to Yugi Muto, they show a picture of Yami Yugi instead. Now, how did a mistake like that get through?
Okay, in the interest of preserving my already limited social life, I have no idea what the difference between Yama Yugi and Yugi Muto means. Now, the producers of this show, they want me to be talking about this like nothing.
Okay, the gameplay hasn't changed much, but it didn't really need to. It may not be as deep as Magic the Gathering, but it's certainly the best customizable card game available on any handheld, which makes it very appealing to fans of customizable card games. X-Play gives Yu-Gi-Oh! Worldwide Edition Stairway to the Destined Duel a 4 out of 5. Can they just call the next one Card Game?
Okay, I'm a little bit disingenuous there, but what I do know, these cards are kind of sort of like baseball cards. You buy a pack, you don't know what you're getting in it, and as a result, some of these cards are rare and, believe it or not, valuable.
Right, like this Gate Guardian's worth, what, 70 bucks, they said?
70 bucks.
Yeah,
that's
$70.
a $70 card with a picture of a monster. That's
it has
ridiculous.
A little hologram. I'll deal with the Heimlich. You guys go watch some Home Loan ads.
Dark and brooding men in long coats with big swords, and none of them are named Dante. Chaos Legion is next on X-Play.
From the creators of the Matrix trilogy, the Animatrix, a collection of 9 animated stories that takes the world of the Matrix to its unimaginable limits.
Hang on!
The Animatrix. Buy it on DVD and pay-per-view.
No matter where you are, with Sprint wireless phones from Radio Shack, you can take and send pictures instantly. Not that I'm going Hollywood or anything. So come to Radio Shack, your wireless phone headquarters.
Isn't that?
Get PCS Vision Picture Phone with Picture Mail that talks from Sprint. Take and send pictures with a recorded message, just $99.99.
No, it was him.
It was him.
Not that I'm going Hollywood or anything.
Radio Shack.
Introducing the all-wheel drive Infiniti FX, the SUV with the heart of a sports car. The new Infiniti FX.
From the creators of the Matrix trilogy, the Animatrix, a collection of 9 animated stories that takes the world of the Matrix to its unimaginable limits.
Hang on!
The Animatrix. Buy it on DVD and pay-per-view.
Every day, technology pushes forward.
Cloned animals and products from clones, like milk, are probably safe to eat.
Every night, Tech Live keeps you on top of it all.
9 out of 10 companies say their computer systems have been hacked this year.
Tech Live covers the technology lifestyle and delivers the big stories you need to know and won't see anywhere else.
Well, the technology party continues here at Comdex. Federal agencies are looking at that very issue.
The experts at Tech TV keep you on top of the ever-changing world of high tech with the latest scientific breakthroughs, emerging trends, breaking news, and the stars and stunts of Hollywood movie magic.
Unbelievable stuff.
If it's new, cool, or going to change your world, you'll see it first on Tech Live.
We're going to go behind the scenes at Dean Kamen's highly secretive research company.
Tech Live, tonight at 8, 7 Central, only on Tech TV.
And now, back to Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Which one are you in that?
I think I'm Adam.
All right, you go first.
Okay, we're going to move on to a game that's all about monsters.
Yep, this game is Chaos Legion. It may look traditional, bad dialogue, bad haircut, but long coat. But it does have a nice twist. Some of these monsters are your friends.
I like friends.
Joey's funny.
Unearthly force shall obey and serve thee. 'Tis named Chaos Legion. The sinner shall be atoned, even though no punishment will be enough for your sin.
Are we in church? Not quite. This is Chaos Legion, another dark and gothic game from Capcom in which men who look like women battle with huge swords to determine the fate of humanity's spiritual well-being.
There is only one with the ability to make a whole city disappear, barely leaving a trace. His name is...
Victor Delacroix. Victor is a very powerful and brooding man.
Come, join me, and I shall liberate you from the dark spirit.
Uh-huh. Sounds like somebody's late for his poetry slam night. You play as Victor's former friend and comrade.
The Knight of the Dark Glyphs, Zeke Varheit.
Let's not comment on the names. Sieg has been charged with finding and stopping Victor from unleashing hell upon an unsuspecting mortal world. To achieve this goal, Sieg must hack and slash his way through huge groups of weird insectoid monstrosities. Luckily, he's not alone. Sieg can summon the titular Chaos Legions to assist him. These range from giant powerhouses like this thing here to squads of otherworldly swordsmen. There's even this guy, who pulls a mean stone-cold stunner on nearby foes. Sort of like Devil May Cry meets Starship Troopers. A projectile-based targeting system lets Sieg direct his legions to attack specific targets. Or you can just let them loose and shred whatever gets near them. As you gain experience, you can power up your legions and improve their abilities. Once you have a few powerful monsters on your side, the battles can get pretty huge and hectic. Watch closely, and you can see that even with all this action on screen, the game never slows down or stutters. That's impressive. In certain stages, you'll be able to play as Arcia, an orphan girl out for Victor's blood.
This is for my brother.
Well, a maiden of the silver. I thought it was against your vows to allow your emotions to turn violent.
Quiet.
Victor is not in a happy place.
Useless.
Arcia has no legions to assist her, but she does have some wicked moves with her twin pistols. Looks like Dante is competition in the cool department. Look for Chaos Legion to bring the cool factor to heavy-handed dialogue when it's released in late summer.
Why do they have to make the voices all melodramatic in video games?
I don't know, Morgan, but they are not malicious sinners against the unfettered English language, rather righteous knaves, wishing to enter the fantastic world of Chaos Legion.
Ooh, okay, now ordering a cup of coffee.
Okay, I can do that. Okay,
Yeah.
you ready?
Ready.
I would so very much like a goblet of the dark nectar so meticulously strained from the hardened efforts of a berry upon the vine.
You're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's those are my skills right there.
I'm very,
the ones of that.
very impressed.
And we like very much for you to use English language by sending us, some of those emails. Put something on the message board. You're doing that already, but do something like that. And newsletter.
It's all at techtv.com/xplay.
That's where it is. All right, we're gonna play a game now. Go home. I live here. Yeah.
Coming up.
Send out the former child actor. We have a warrant for his arrest.